Ladies and gentlemen, it is my hope that you are well. And I was on safari and I've just stopped to give a critical analysis of the government. The government of Ruto want to treat Kenyans like children from another planet. Yesterday, Rigathi Gachie told the world and Kenyans in general that they don't want to tell Kenyans the amount of money they are borrowing. He told Kenyans that Ruto was in China and he borrowed a lot of money, but they don't want to tell Kenyans because the people of the media, the press, the social media are going to criticize them. I want to say this, ladies and gentlemen. First, if you're joining this channel for the first time, this is Skyman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. I want to say the following about this statement by the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. That one, we are not visitors in this country. Kenya is our country. By birth or by registration, we are citizens of this country. And we are entitled to all the kind of borrowing that the government is doing. The government is in office courtesy of the voters. I want to remind the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya that all power belongs to the people as per the Constitution of Kenya. And the people can recall their powers. So what the government is doing is to exercise delegated powers. And people can recall their powers. So by telling us that you can how much money you are borrowing, you are taking it as like children. You are telling us that this is your hii serikali ni yenu na sisi ni wageni. Nyinyi ndio wenyeji. Again, you expect Kenyans to pay taxes, but you don't want to say how much you are borrowing. What we can say is that unless you are planning to steal this money, unless you are planning to put this money into your pockets, there's nothing to hide. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think when you hear this kind of statement. Because here the government is wrong, if you ask me. Again, there is freedom of information. Kenyans must have access to all the activities undertaken by their government. Anything short of that doesn't add up. Anything short of that is lack of transparency. The government must be transparent. The government must be open. All the institutions must be accessible. All the public offices belongs to the people of Kenya. All the money, all the loans, kila kitu ambacho mnasema, you are doing it on behalf of Kenyans. So the fact that you're telling us that you don't want to tell us how much money you are borrowing, it tells us that you are afraid of the truth. You are fearing the truth. Unaogopa nini? And if at all you are borrowing money for the sake of this country, if you are borrowing money to develop this country, mnaogopa nini? If you are borrowing money to bring development to this country and not to put into your pockets, what are you afraid of? Unaogopa nini? Ama haya ni yale ya mwenye mavi hujishuku, kwa sababu hayo ni maneno ya wahega, sio maneno yangu. Because he who is straightforward walks in light, not in darkness. So the fact that the government does not want to disclose the kind of money it is borrowing, it tells that even what we are seeing in the books of accounts is not true. It means that the government is hiding information from its citizen. It means the government is not transparent. It means the government has so much to hide. It means that this regime does not in any way respect Kenyans. It means that you are not adhering to the Constitution. Remember, you swore to protect the Constitution and to abide by every rule in the book. But now you are telling us that there's some information that you are going to hide from us. It is not an issue of national security. You know, if it was a matter of national security, that's what you could understand. Then it means that unless the country is just about to collapse economically, and you don't want to disclose to Kenyans, unless kile ambacho mnafanya, unless the terms of agreement of the laws, you are planning to auction the nation, or you are planning to auction vitu kama vile the port, Mombasa port, Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, Kasarani, or Thika super highway. Unless you are planning to do such things, then I don't see anything to hide. And I think it is high time that the government of Ruto is called to order, and it is told it must be accountable, because what you are telling us is that you will not be accountable with the loans, because when you borrow the money, you must be accountable for every single cent. Lazima Wakenya waonyeshe, wabiwe ya kwamba kila dururu imetumika kwa njia gani. Lazima Wakenya waonyeshwe kwa njia zote zile ambazo miradi yote ambayo serikali inakadiria au inapaga kuendeleza. It must disclose to the Kenyans. So here Rigathi Gachagua is wrong, if you ask me. Here Rigathi Gachagua is not being honest. He is economical with the truth, and he has so much to hide. One thing that we can learn about this declaration by the deputy president is that there are so many things that are happening in this country. The government is doing so many things for its selfish gain, because this is being very selfish, if you ask me. This is being egocentric. This is being self-centered. I expect the government in future to do what is expected of it. I expect the government to open up to its people. And in fact, if even without public participation, that is why our constitution is very clear about public participation. Even the kind of loans that you are taking, we must know. Kwa hivyo inatuambia kwamba wakati William Samoei Ruto amekuwa akienda nje, amekuwa akienda kukopa pesa, unless you want to spend the money in projects that have been not assigned by the government, are not in the budget, unless you want to misappropriate the money or embezzle funds, then you have all the reason to disclose all information to Kenyans. Kenyans are not beggars in their own countries. Kenyans are entitled to everything, even those books account. That is why we have the Auditor General. That is why the Auditor General has been exposing the government. That is why the books of account should be even open to everybody. And this one, I think it is high time those people who are in office realize that they are not the king. In fact, they are servant. They should be very, very much aware. They should be made to know that they are servant of the people. They are not the lords. They are there to actually serve Wajiko. They are there to serve Atieno. Gachagua is wrong on this one. Remember to like this video, ladies and gentlemen. I was a little bit, but tuko pamoja, tupande miti. I support the idea of planting trees. It is very, very important. Let us plant trees, and we shall enjoy the day, and even remember this day in future. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.